Hello folks and welcome to the B button. Yeah, I'm your host Baron Marf and I'm joined as always by the legend himself, the man of the hour, the one and the only AngryLink. How you doing, buddy?
Tired after many journeys.
Many journeys.
Many hours of RPGing.
Yeah. So in the B button, what we do is we look at our gaming week, what we've been playing. We look at a little bit about what we intend to play for the following week. We make a little stake in the ground. We say we're going to smash this out. And last week, Link decided to yet again try and play.
Well, I say yet again, not actually try.
Well, no, yet again try and play Sword Art Online. So specifically, what you said was just play some fucking Sword Art Online, and then you calmed a little and you involved that to you were going to basically hit the storyline again, and you were going to basically get a trophy to demonstrate that you've progressed it in some way or another.
Yes.
Did you actually do it?
Yes, I did.
Effort.
And I in fact actually got over 30 hours in there as well.
So you did the previous week's commit of 30 hours?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
We worked out that there's 5 hours a day.
Yeah. So obviously we had the bank holiday weekend last week, so there was obviously a bit of free time going. So I managed to get some fair amount in. Obviously I haven't played a part of a certain alpha this week, even though it was cancelled anyway, I think. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I've just been pretty much putting all my time into Sword Art. Because I restarted it because it'd been a while since I'd played it. I think it was before Christmas or just after Christmas that I'd last played it. So, you know, fair few months and weeks. So I couldn't remember half the shit of how it worked. So I thought, fuck it, I'll restart it.
Go through the tutorial, the usual.
Yeah, that's it.
Beginning bits, tropes.
To be fair, it's a good thing though, because I had forgotten most of the stuff. So managed to get back to where I got to, smashed through that. Actually doing a bit better off this time. I think I've got some better gear as well, if I remember rightly.
Nice.
But you know, I got what I needed to do. Smashed through the second story trophy.
So Sword Art Online, this is basically an RPG, yeah?
Yeah.
Turn-based?
No, it's an action RPG with sort of MMO-ish like elements.
Right. Okay.
So it's built obviously if you obviously it's of the anime, based on the anime Sword Art Online and the manga and light novel series. Yeah, nice. I think that's all of the mediums covered.
Effort.
But yeah, it's based on the anime, which premises you as a young chap, or you can change however you want to look in your name and all of that. But you're in this VR, like online, World of Warcraft kind of thing. Okay. So yeah, it's got elements, and obviously they're not actually a proper MMO. You have still got the online co-op, which you can do. And there's countless other parties of players in the game world as you're roaming around. Nice. You've got access to like loads of NPCs which you can party up with. Okay. So yeah, no, it's good. It's got like a load of obviously the co-op side, which I like. Good blend of genres, which I enjoy. There's plenty to do, so you know.
So there's enough to keep you occupied in there, and you know.
God, yeah, there's DLC that I'm just looking at thinking, do I need to even play that? No, probably not. Am I even going to be finished? Man. But we'll see. We'll see once we've actually got through the story if there's anything worthwhile. Could
you recommend it to someone? Like, what sort of player would you recommend it to? Obviously, you got people who like RPGs, but I mean, as in like, you know, is it like if you're a Final Fantasy sort of fan, or if you're just a diehard of like the graphic novels and the manga?
I would definitely say it's one for the followers of the novels.
What about if I haven't followed them at all? Because I've never read any of them, but is it still valuable to play?
Yeah, because it obviously gives you all the backstory of, and there's other ways to find out. Sorry. Yeah, there's other ways to find out for via side missions and side quests and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So obviously it goes through all the exposition of what's gone on prior. I mean, to be fair, that is one of the things. There is an exorbitant amount of text, like proper. I feel bad for the translators. Oh, it's massive, but there's a skip button, so all of the boring. Oh, I don't care. Yeah, skip.
Great, skip all that. See, that's what put me off Descenia 5, or it was just like.
Yeah,
huge quantity of text.
Yeah, and for RPGs generally a lot of the time it's important.
The thing is, I don't mind if it was kind of along the lines of we're losing Link here, he's dying, folks. I wouldn't mind so much if it was along the lines of it's voice recorded acting. I don't mind that, and it's not the fact that I've got to read. Actually, if you're going to put the effort into writing some content that is worthwhile, you're actually getting somebody in to act it out rather than just like, what's this? Oh no! Wow! I don't need just fucking filler, to go through another text box for the sake of it.
No, like you say, if it's something you actually get a guy or a lady that's gone to university and knows how to write prose and all of those other literary terms that make a good story.
Great.
And get them involved, and they can take care of it. Awesome.
Whoop-de-doo.
Something that's interesting to read, because I'm an avid reader. I enjoy a good read, so I'm not afraid to get in there and read some stuff. But just make sure it's worthwhile. Just
not pages and pages of nonsensical.
Yeah, because Persona 5's had some issues, like loads of translators and people that work in the translation industry, specifically Japanese to English, have torn it apart for just how badly it's done. But again, when you've got seeing the sizes of the scripts of some of these games, when you're talking are you starting a paper shop?
Yeah, it's just
no,
crazy.
this is just the script. Seriously though, how many people's scripts are there?
But how much how much of this game do you actually, how much of this storyline do you actually think this is making an impact to the game and is generally worthwhile?
Again, yeah, all of the stuff, like the main core stuff, I'm sticking to and reading through and watching and blah blah blah. But yeah, a lot of the side quests, unless it's something interesting or funny, I generally just hold that L1 button and just watch all the text go past really fast. And everyone, when you used to rewind, fast forwards, like VHS tapes, and everyone's moving at a bit of a quicker pace. It looks like that, so it's it's a bit of an amusement. But it's a good system with the combos. Like you say, you can link up with all of your NPC characters. The upgrade systems are pretty cool. Like you say, you've got mastery of over different weapons.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot. It's a fairly deep set of systems in there involved, and it's something that you can put some serious hours into.
I like it when it's you can upgrade your weapons, you can upgrade your armor, you can upgrade your character, you can got some new skills, or you can upgrade those skills. I will like that grinding element in games.
And there is a lot of that. Yeah, it's an RPG, so get used to the grind.
Yeah, right.
But I played Destiny for fucking a year, so I'm used to that.
Cool. Been mashing anything else?
Rock Band 4.
Yeah, baby.
Admittedly enough said, I don't really need to touch on that too much, other than I've got a new note to self. Obviously, Pantera is on the list of bands that I've paid money to play the tracks and I can't play them.
Excellent.
So I've got some additions, or addition, obviously in the late Jimi Hendrix. I used to be able to play this when I was on again, many moons ago. It's getting close to a decade now, I think.
Memories. Nice.
So yeah, that's now joined the list of artists that I can't play anymore.
Is it because you're old?
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
Just feeble and weak now.
I bet you're going to go straight back at it now.
I probably will when we finish recording. But on a plus side though, I have found songs that I'd forgot I had. So
nice.
One of them being Turning Japanese by The Vapors.
Oh, great song.
I love that.
I really think so.
For years and years, people always said, it's an awful song. And I always thought it was because of the racist connotations. And then when you actually really listen to it, you think, it's about wanking.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can see that.
That's fine. It's not racist. But, it's a good song, though. I do like it.
Classic. So, anything else?
One that snuck under the radar for me that I completely forgot about. I was ranting and raving all over it for weeks and weeks and blah blah blah. But Danger Zone, literally completely forgot that it had come out because I was just
not
all
the
about
logins track then.
No, well I did buy that and I can't play that either because it gets to a little stupid fretty bit and I'm just fuck off. But anyway, back to Danger Zone, 3 Field Entertainment's new release. Basically Burnout Crash without the burnout because EA. Yeah, they've released that now. That's out, and I forgot, and I rushed home and I was like, Danger Zone. So yeah, I downloaded it. Yeah, played it. Well,
smashed through it. No pun intended.
No, I played one level.
Oh,
admittedly, over and over and over and over and oh god, why can't I just get that gold star? So
you're not moving on to the next level until you get all the stars, are you? Oh, Link, you've got yourself in there, haven't you? You've got yourself in this. I'm never going to play this game position.
No. I'm.
Let me tell you how this is going to pan out. All right, you're not going to get this gold star too quickly, but you will get it.
Yeah.
And then you're going to hit the next level, and you will smash it. Right? No pun intended. And you will get 3 gold stars. Right? And you'll be like, right. And then you'll go on to the third one or the fourth one, and you'll hit the wall where you won't get that
Definite
third
pun
star.
intended.
Yeah. And that is the point where you'll be like, do I swallow my pride and accept I'm going to carry on playing this game without getting 3 stars and everything?
No. It's to be fair, it's a case of it's because it's the first level, it's the easiest level.
Why can't I get 3 stars on it?
The first thing I was like, this has only been out today. I've got a chance at a world record.
Nope.
I was like, 16 million? Yeah, the gold star level's 8. I can barely beat 6.
Great man.
So, yeah, I don't think that world record's anytime soon, let alone a gold fucking star.
That world record holder was using C4.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But, it's good fun, though. It is good fun. I did love that crash mode. So I'm just looking forward to getting into some more of that. Hopefully I can smash through Sword Art Online so I can get a chance.
Right on. Any mobile game at all?
Still Rogue Life. Absolutely loving this still. Just starting to hit the peak, like where it's saying,
Want to spend some money?
If you spend some money, it'll be an awful lot quicker and easier, and you'll have more characters.
So what? It's just a little reminder for me. Rogue Life is what?
The hideous love child of a shoot 'em up and an RPG.
Okay.
So it's the basic level. You've got your 3 characters. You can move side to side. They just keep strolling forward, attacking automatically. Obviously, you've got loads of enemies in front of you. You're smashing up. Occasionally, they'll shoot stuff at you. Sometimes you get mortal ones where it tells you where it's going to land. Others, it's just a straight bullet, which you've obviously got to dodge. There's like a dodge mechanic. If you let go of it at the right time, it'll roll under or jump out of the way. Obviously, got your ultimate skills.
Cool.
You can also play it in auto mode.
So it's like a proper grinding RPG mobile game.
Oh yeah, it totally is. Yeah. You've got like your home base where you've got different things where you can collect resources.
Really similar to some of the games I've been playing recently.
You know what it's like.
Auto mode, build up a thing, do this other activity to build money to build up this thing. Yeah.
But it's got quite a good variety of different, like you say, the quests where you can get different materials for upgrading your weapons or upgrading the characters themselves. Obviously, your online PvP stuff. There's like boss modes where you've got to go through boss after boss after boss. So yeah, there's quite a lot of, not, I wouldn't like to say depth, but there's a fair amount of shallowness. There's a lot of it but I definitely recommend it. It's worth a play. The only thing that I don't like about it is with the costume systems, and obviously being an RPG, you've got different costume sets. There's an awful amount of those, and you get an awful lot of shit, and the upgrade system, that's a bit over the top,
right,
in terms of how long it takes you.
Yeah.
Like you've got your 1 to 5 star rating stuff, but then you've got different magic ratings, so it's like
it sounds like a way to get you to spend more cash.
Oh yeah, there's loads of those hooks, but other than I have spent money, but they do like have you seen on some games they do it, once you play for 2 minutes you get a prize, then it goes up to 5 minutes, and then you get a prize, and then 10 minutes, or blah blah blah, and then it obviously exponentially grows.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
You can do it where you like pay 80p and you get just a whole week's worth in one hit. So I've just done that a couple of times the last couple of weeks, just like, yeah, fuck it, because I'll probably forget to come back. I'll fucking hit it up now, get all of the shit. Yeah. And because all of these games have got the energy system, but yeah, mine doesn't go down. Like it just sort of seems. I just like, wait, I only had 1400 last time. Obviously, you use like 3 or 4 at a time, and like, wait a minute, I've got 1800, and I've been smashing it loads. How have I got more than I had? What? This isn't going down. Yeah, it's going up.
Please play that game.
Yeah, but I don't mind, because it means I can keep playing it.
Yeah,
but it's definitely worth a try. If you haven't tried one of the games, or if you've not got a game like that, it's worth a shout. It doesn't get too grindy too quick, and there is a lot of variety in terms of different kinds of levels and sort of avenues to try.
Man, I'm eating these games up at the moment, so yeah, Sounds interesting.
I think we finally hit a point with mobile gaming where you've got a good balance between gameplay systems and pay to win or monetization. So it's actually an interesting game first, and then we've tied it well with monetization.
Or, yeah, in some way.
Yeah. I mean, that's been pretty much my week. So I'm going to obviously pose the question that you posed to me at the start. How was the stake in the ground? Obviously, you said you were going to play through Street Fighter on hard.
Yeah.
So I've got my little soliloquy, which I'm going to run through. How did it go? Have you defeated the bad guys? Did Gomez Adams fall beneath your strength? Were his forces left in a bloody, hospitalised state? Provided they're covered by their benefits package. Obviously, being in their line of one would hope they had one. So did it go the way it was hoped?
So first things first, the Gomez Adams-esque attempt at playing Bison was appalling in Street Fighter the movie, and should not be mentioned on the air ever again. Shame on you. Shame on you. Street Fighter 2, the final challenges. I set myself that little task, didn't I, where I said to myself, look, when I usually play these games, I'm a bit of a big girl's blouse on fighting games.
I just want to win.
Yeah, I just want to smash the shit out of you. I don't care whether there's any challenge or not. So I usually play it on, like, pussy level, like, either, not very easy, but usually like an easy, just before the normal saves. And I usually do it so I can...
Is it a case of, I'll play it on very easy, and if it's really, really easy, I'll take it up a notch?
No, I never go to very easy. I haven't quite just given up my boxes for a pair of knickers quite yet. That's probably a little bit wrong, folks. There's plenty of valid female gamers out there. They're just not in the fighting industry. Anyway, look, I played it. I got involved. I said I was going to try it, so I was playing normal and was quite amazed I was able to hold my own at normal. So I was like, right, here we go. I'm going to play it on hard. I went to have a look for hard, and hard doesn't exist.
So you beat it on the max level?
No, there is tough.
Tough.
So I played tough. And I fucking smashed it, baby. Yeah, I mean, I dicked them, Akuma style.
It was less tough, just tougher.
Yeah. But I mean, no, well, it was still challenging, you know. I noticed the difference in ramp up, but I kicked ass. Yeah. So then I thought, well, what's the next thing? And then there's Master. And I was like, this is going to be my tripping point, isn't it? So do I dare?
First fight, 2 rounds, perfect loss.
Well, yeah, I kind of said to myself, right, I fulfilled my commit from last week. That's it. I've done the tough. That's the hard, right? So Master... went on to it, fucking smashed it, destroyed it. Akuma, air control, fireballs, whammy, destroyed it.
Nice. So that's a firm yes. Good job. But there is a but.
There is a but. There is a big but. There is a grandmaster but. So I haven't quite gone to... I'm super hardcore Street Fighter player sort of mode.
Have you stepped up to Grandmaster, or just merely thought, I'm going to take that I'm a master and enjoy this for a few moments?
I literally did it as on master setting, stood back and did my happy dance, like, I'm doing my happy dance, and then I was like, well, I'm just going to take that for the moment and wallow in it and enjoy it. So that's what I did.
You put it down for a bit then?
Yeah, well, I think, to be honest...
Anything else up?
Well, it's been fighting games. I'm all about fighting games at the moment. There's been some injustice too. Street Fighter's taken up loads of my time. It took up just a huge amount for just combo mashing people into the floor. Online is going to be epic. I'm not there yet. I'm still just mashing my way through all the content. But either way, yes, great. Tekken 7 was released last Friday. I've been waiting for Tekken 7 for ages. I love Tekken 7.
Well, it's
sorry, I love Tekken, I should say.
It's been out for absolutely yonks in the arcade.
In the arcade, yeah.
But again, because obviously in Japan, arcades are these wondrous meccas of entertainment and visual delight, whereas arcades in this country are seedy, sticky, would you say caves for trolls and paedophiles?
Well, you know, yes, I would. Arcades in Japan are peppered around so that as you walk around the city, there is an arcade and you will play it. Where over here in the UK, you'd have to go to an arcade to play this game in the arcades.
There's a specific one. There's in the last bastion of hope.
Yeah,
in the county.
Exactly, and you're just not going to do it. So,
Because to be fair, though, the guy that gives you change in that little weird booth, he doesn't look kosher.
The guy who's like dribbled in Argos jewellery.
It dribbled in Argos jewellery, possibly dribbling, and smells and looks somewhat sweaty. Like he's out of breath.
Looks like he would love to have a cigar in his mouth if he was allowed to.
Yeah. Goddamn smoking ban.
Yeah. So Tekken 7, man, this game is huge. I mean huge from, not so much from I mean there's a good amount of content in there, but I mean huge from a presence. This is a big fighting game which has been released. It's a very like honed machine. It's been really refined and it feels very evolved, very evolved.
Well, it's almost because we're seeing very soon the Wipeout collection. Is it out already? I can't remember. But yeah, it's almost like it's a return to the Friday night gaming of the 90s.
Well, yeah,
a bit of Tekken and Wipeout on the PlayStation.
I know, it's a bit like that. Although apparently don't play it on the PlayStation.
Yeah, we've seen there's some real bad input lag apparently.
Yeah, ha ha ha, but on Xbox, ha 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 ha. But so when I say this thing's like a massive move towards a more solid game, I wouldn't say it's not like night and day, but just all the mechanics feel a bit sharper. All the character movements are just really refined, and like silly little things like if you're playing as Law and you do some punches with him, his flourishes, his finishes at the end of his attacks are very, Jeet Kune-Do-esque.
Yeah.
A lot more. So even though the punch will be a Jeet Kune-Do punch, but his finger movement and all of that is quite.
Like you say, the animation and the
gesticulation, the very floral movements and all that. Yeah, it looks really good, man. Really good. Mm. Loading times are a pig.
But again, modern gaming.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's a modern game. It's a fighter. You've not got a lot to deal with. You should be able to handle that shit.
But then, by the sounds of it, though, they are actually. It's not like they've just gone. We'll just use the Tekken 4 models, put a couple more textures on, ship it out. It sounds like they've actually gone to town on it and really tried to.
There is a lot of detail.
Jazz it up and like you say, with the detail as such.
So this game sees Akuma from Street Fighter coming into Tekken. And it's quite a big deal, obviously. Akuma also being my favourite character from Street Fighter as well. And how does he translate into the Tekken 7 3D world? Slowly is the answer. Really slowly. It feels so much slower compared to Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done a really good job at keeping like all the typical things that you want to see. You can still Dragon Punch, you can still Fireball, but it's slow. You can still Hurricane Kick, but it's slow, And there's some characters like when you play as Kazuya's or your Haihachis that you double left punch right, or
You've
whatever.
Got your basic set combos, which
AAB sort of style stuff, really obvious stuff. I couldn't find any of them with Akuma, and it was just like, oh, this feels really fun. And he's got all these, his power bar system's slightly different, and it's all just like, what's going on?
It's square peg in a round hole.
A little bit. I mean, I think I just obviously, one of the things that...
Well, it doesn't help that you've been playing what is possibly the most refined version of Street Fighter 2 with Akuma for the past 2.5 weeks.
Man, I've been kicking that.
And then obviously you've gone into a completely different... Because I mean, even remember the first 3D Street Fighter, obviously, because it was in response to Tekken, wasn't it? And it was like, oh, we've got to do 3D now.
EX.
EX Alpha, yeah.
But it's funny because that was not Street Fighter when you played it either.
No, God no, because you still had but it was the weird how you could go obviously between the left and right and the strafing, and
even Ryu and Ken, when they did their flying kicks, like everybody knows, jump forward and do a hard kick with Ryu and Ken, you always see the same sort of body shape in the air with like the front foot stuck up, and them sort of all folded up. And even though they kept that, they still didn't get the hitboxes right. Where in like Street Fighter 4, for example, they made it 3D, but they kept the hitboxes bang on to what it used to be.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
They've had a fair few years to refine the systems.
Yeah, and you find that in Tekken 7 that the things that you they've kept all of the translations of the movements of the characters spot on, but the little flourishes they've changed slightly, so it feels a little bit different. Problem is when you've been playing something like your Street Fighter 2s, you've been playing, I don't know, maybe you Marvel versus Capcoms, and or you've like, I even went back to Street Fighter 5 on the PlayStation 4, and then you go to this Tekken 7 environment, and you've still got a 3D Akuma that you've seen from the Street Fighter 4 and the Street Fighter 5. It feels that character, yeah, that's all right. And then you try and play it, and it's a completely different world. It doesn't even feel like the Capcom, Street Fighter X Tekken. You remember where they brought in sort of Tekken characters in Street Fighter? It just feels a bit weird at the moment. But I've got to practice it. I've got to hone it. I've got to.
I suppose it is a case of keeping
on, yeah.
And then just getting used to like you said, the movement speed.
It's not
and the
2D
frames.
fighter.
No, that's it. It's because Street Fighter is like proper quick. I mean, I know Tekken can get so, but at the same time, there is somewhat more of a measured.
It's definitely a lot more strategic, I would say, Tekken.
Obviously, it's a different combo system itself. There's a lot more emphasis on just button inputs as opposed to combinations of inputs, isn't there?
Yeah. And, Street Fighter is a more simplistic game.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those.
The old Street Fighters.
It's a strange one, isn't it? It's a simpler game, but it's more complex. Whereas you get a button basher into Street Fighter, 9 times out of 10 they're going to get their ass handed to them. You stick a button masher in Tekken, yeah, they've got a pretty fair to middling chance of winning. So especially with someone like Hwoarang or bloody Eddie.
Yeah, I mean, IGN are doing a really interesting little video series at the moment on trying to take a person who doesn't really play Tekken and put them into a pro match to play against pros and persuade the judges that he's actually a pro player. He's got 2 weeks to do it. So they've got this Tekken 7 pro game, I forget the gentleman's name, pretty cool dude, just smashed out many tournaments and won them for years and years, like all the way through the different Tekken games. And this guy's pretty paced and sort of chilled, and he's trying to get this guy on board, and just watch it, go find it. It's actually really interesting to see. He starts off in the first one where he goes to meet him, he just throws an apple at him to check his reactions. Just dunk. Yeah, so yeah, go have a look. Really cool stuff. But yeah, so it's just mostly been those two fighting games. There's been a bit of mobile gaming.
Anything new or
not really? Empires and Puzzles still, and I know I ranted about this last time. King of the Fighters 98, whatever it is, that Ultimate Online Match or whatever the fuck it's called. Either way, really great game. Give it some time. Seriously, go look at it. Just it's because that interactivity on the combos where you've got to hit the perfect on the time-based element. Well worth it.
Again, the great hallmarks of a good the hallmarks of a good mobile game is the fact that it's got a simple control scheme that works really well with one-handed gameplay.
100%, yeah, and it does pull you in that way. So well worth it. So stakes in the ground.
I was going to say it's the commits for next week.
It sure is. So Link, where you at? What are you committing to?
Going to crack on with Sword Art Online. Obviously, I've really got into the grind, so I'm going to strike while the iron's hot. And
3 weeks in a row, this is your commit. This is a commit to this game.
Yeah, but to be fair, look at Tails.
Yeah.
I did go for a few weeks before it was put to bed. So yeah, I'm just looking to get the master of the one-handed sword. That's the weapon I'm using at the moment.
Okay.
So I'm going to get that fully leveled up, because once I've got that fully leveled, I can move on to dual wields. 2 swords, motherfuckers.
This is the star thing again, isn't it? About not getting...
No, because this is
it first.
This is possibly achievable.
Right,
no,
okay.
This is achievable, it's just a case of time. Whereas the Danger Zone ones are skill and luck, which I fail on both. But speaking of Danger Zone, hopefully if I get some time, I can mac out a bit of that as well.
Cool. So just to be clear, you're going to be maxing out or mastering your single sword weapon, so you can move on to dual swords on Sword Art Online.
And as a side quest, hopefully get some Danger Zone. Get more than one level done.
Nice. I think you can also say, or not play it at all and do Danger Zone on Rock Band. Yeah,
no, I don't think that one's ever going to happen. Well, I've got no fail mode, so as long as I don't have to post a score, I'll be fine. How about yourself? What's your stake in the ground?
For me, it's all about Tekken 7. So I'm basically going to take a character. It could be Akuma, but I'm going to take a character. Probably won't be. And get, basically hit the training session, hit the practice session, hit those combos, get that shit down pat. And I'm going to go online and I'm going to fuck somebody up. Because I never play online with these sorts of games.
Because it is always that fear that you can play, why is it that I've hit the last 15 matches all seem to be fucking pros?
Yeah.
I've not got a hit in.
Well, I'm just in my own. I like being in my own little bubble where I'm a big fish in a empty pond. Right?
Literally no water, you're just there flapping around.
Occasionally, I'll invite a friend round who's never played the game before and fuck them up on it and make myself feel like the big man over it.
Dad, never played video games before. Hold this controller.
I'm speaking to you, Cryo Man. That's you, by the way. But yeah, other than that, yeah. So I'm going to go online with a character and I'm going to beat somebody. Link. I'm going to do it. I'm also going to try Rogue Life. You piqued my interest.
It's definitely worth a shout. For the cost of downloading it, it's worth a little play. It's an interesting game because it's one that you can play yourself or you can leave to do it on auto. So it's
cool. Well, there we go, folks. That's the B button wrapped yet again. A gaming week gamed and played, and commitments for the next. So, Link, tell us.
I've got to go before my back teeth start floating.
And I too am. That's so wrong. Yeah, look, I'm out as well. So, as always, folks, you know what to do. If you like us, show some love, subscribe, do what you got to do. And, that's it. We're out for another week. Peace.